Good morning. I'm John Karwacki, host of Flippin' Discs Golf. You can also find me by the same name on Instagram, as well as Flippin' Discs on Facebook. For the one-stop shop to my YouTube channel, which you're already watching here, my social media accounts, as well as my blog, you can go to flippinddiscsgolf.com. Today we're out here at Founders Park in Leland, North Carolina for the Leland Disc Golf Club's monthly tournament. We're going to be walking with Darren Webb, who laid out this 9-hole course to really grow the sport. Darren is also the reigning 2020 Eco Tour MA40 champion, as well as a sponsored player with Cape Fear Games. So we're going to check him out today, as well as what he's got in the bag for 2021.
Hey there, my name is Darren Webb. I am a sponsored player by Cape Fear Games, #1 disc golf store in Wilmington. We're going to do my in the bag tonight, but let me tell you a little bit about myself first. I'm from Leland, North Carolina. I started playing disc golf probably in 2016. 2018 I started playing competitively in tournaments on a regular basis. Started playing in the Eastern Disc Golf Tour as an amateur in the 40 and up age bracket, and now recently I've been playing in the MP40 this year. I am the original founder of the Leland Disc Golf Club and former president. I've designed the Leland Disc Golf course here in Leland at Founders Park, and also been tournament director for several tournaments here, junior tournaments, the Leland Open the last 2 years. And so let's get into it and see what I have in my bag. I'm going to start off with my putters, which are pretty easy to go through. I have a bag about 4 pures. The white ones here are zero medium plastic. I use those for my upshots. And for putting around the green, I have another one, this blue one here. And then recently just added the orange burst here from the 2021 Azalea Amateur Tournament that I played in. We got that in a player's pack, but it's been a pleasant addition to the bag. The only other putter I carry is a Deputy. I got this in the 2017 Trilogy, and I have not taken it out of my bag since. If I want to do a shot that's going to be a turn to the right shot or anything like that, then that's the disc I go to. I throw it flat, it turns to the right, the disc does the work for me. We'll just go in order my bag. This here is a Star T-Bird. This is probably one of the oldest discs in my bag. It's been in there since the beginning. This is my get out of jail free card. If I'm ever hemmed up in the trees or want to do a little forehand flex shot out, let it fade back in, this is what I use. I've got the Johnny McRae fuse, Opto Chameleon fuse. I use this for a lot of my up shots, second shots. I want something straight. I carry this fuse with me. I also have another fuse that I also use. It's the Gold Line fuse by Latitude 64. Newest addition to the bag is a Konopanis Mako 3. I just bought this last week and put it in my bag, and already in love with it. When I can throw this on the line that I want to put it on, it's going to stay right there. It's not going to move one bit. And that takes me to my other one that I have that I got from the Sexton Shootout in 2018. It's another Mako 3. Yeah, another shot that if I want to take a backhand, and whatever line I put it on, it's going to stay right there. This is another Trilogy disc that I got in 2018. It's the Patrol, and the only thing I really use this disc for is if I want a long shot that's going to turn to the right, backhand. And that's the only really thing I use this for, is for, for it to turn to the right, and it's going to stay on that right turn. pretty much through the entire flight until the very end, and when it dies out, it's just going to fade back to the left a little bit. Let's go. My other mid-range here is a Rock 3. As you can tell, I carry a mixed bag. I like the Innova and the Latitude 64 disc, and I do carry a few others. The Rock 3, this is my go-to disc for mid-range shots. I throw it out on a high hyzer, and it's going to come right back in for me. So it's another great disc for me that's going to do what I actually want it to do. Let's go in to see here. I got the Latitude 64 Maul. This is another disc that if I want something to go down a long way and flip over on me, it's going to flip to the right and come back to at the very end there for me. It's a great disc. I get a lot of distance with that one. Another one I've had, one of my favorite discs is the River, Gold Line River. I had original, I had one, and I lost it in the creek up in Ahoskie, and I missed it very much. Any of you Hoskie guys see that, find it for me, bring it back. I love it. But I have this River. It's also another flippy disc for me. I get a lot of, it's a fairway driver, but I can get a lot of distance on it just by keeping it in the air longer in that S curve. The Striker. This is what I use primarily for a forehand flex shot. I was looking to replace a Thunderbird that I also lost in a creek somewhere, and this is what I came closer to, that I kind of finally kind of came to, that resembled it a lot, the way I throw it and the way it flew for me. So the Striker from Latitude 64. The Saint. This is a great disc for me. It's a very overstable. It's overstable. It's very reliable. I can get a lot of distance with it. It flies really straight on me, and if I do put a bunch on it, I can get it to turn to the right a little bit for me. But for much part, it's just a straight flying disc for me. Then I have another new one I've had for just about a month now. It's a Ballista, Gold Line Ballista. It's a double stamp. I've really found that this disc is where my distance is at. I can just throw this on a slight little bit of angle on it, and man, I can get it to go. I was averaging 280. I'm probably averaging with this disc 300, so it's added another 20 feet to my disc. I'm an old man, I don't throw that far. The Air Opto River by Latitude 64. This disc I use for anything that I want to really turn over fast, and if I want to do a roller, throw a backhand roller on this, and it flips over and grabs that ground and just rolls for a country mile. So I like that for that. Very lightweight. I believe it's only like 150 something or another. I don't remember the weight exactly. Coming down to my last three here, I got the Gold Line Sapphire. It's another great distance driver for myself, and with the speed that I generate through my throw, it's a great disc for me for distance. This is a original die by myself. One of my first attempts at dyeing, so it's not the greatest, but I like it. This is a Destroyer from Innova, Star Plastic. I use this primarily for a forehand, short forehand, so if I want a lot of skip, a lot of flare off the ground, I use this. And it just seems to work out great for me on that particular shot. Last disc, if I want to forehand anything for distance, this is the Halo by Latitude 64. It's kind of an older stamp, limited edition, but it's super fast, it's overstable, and I just throw a real big flex forehand on it, and I get most of my distance if I have to do like a forehand, left to right shot. So that's the disc I go to there. Other than that, that's all I carry in my bag. Do carry a few minis, of course, but I have one also with a knee pad on it, so if I ever have to get down, I don't do it a whole lot, but I do some. So, but that's my in the bag. Thank you.
Keep Fear Games.